Miss Lindsay.
Hello. Can you see me?
Yes, tell me how your night is going.
It's going pretty well. How about yours?
My life is absolutely astonishing, amazing, beyond all belief. I just don't even know what I did for the Most High to give me this amazing dream that I live inside of.
Okay. And we don't need anything short of that.
Yeah. So listen, I have a question for you.
Okay.
Did you see any of the clips? Did you see any of the clips? Okay, so I'll just show you.
Mhm.
This is what we're dealing with. This is what we're dealing with. You can't see the clips, can you?
I can't. Yeah, no, I can't.
I am surprised about that. I am surprised about that. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to make sure that you can see. This is what we're dealing with that is causing catastrophic repercussions in the Black community. Mother and daughter. I know you probably can't see that. Let
I
me
can
try
I can see it good enough. I see what's going on.
Okay. Mother and daughter.
Mm-hmm. Mm.
And I know you can't see the young girl's facial expressions, but she's assisting in turning that young girl into one of the ratchets who will never be able to get married. And when people come to understand that apparently men aren't qualifying them as marriage material, they have to do other things for companionship, which further breaks them. I'm going to tell you
Yeah.
what I would do if I lived 10, 15 years and I began noticing no men are taking me serious. They kind of show me some respect, but there are those couple that I like. They just come through at nighttime here and there when they need to.
Right.
If I were to come to the grips with, it's been 10 years, no man has locked me down on a serious level, I would probably regress into further broken behavior and start just allowing myself to get used so I could also get my sexual gratification. But what women don't understand, you guys were not designed for high levels of cock intake.
No, we were not.
No, listen, I'm going to listen. I don't know if you're familiar with the show. I'm going to get graphic for a second. Turbulence, people. Some men are hung. Your body is not designed to be experiencing all of this.
Absolutely.
This guy right here, he touches the liver. This guy right here tickles the spine. This guy stretches that thing. This is real, the highest levels of intimacy that can be performed.
Right.
And women aren't familiar that they are breaking. As human beings, they are breaking the more they experience these things.
Right. I think it's majority that's not realizing it, but it's not all.
Of course, nothing is all.
I've never been in a relationship that I haven't gotten asked to marry them. So I guess I'm the majority. I mean, the minority.
Are you married right now?
No, I'm not currently married, but I'm doing okay. What do I mean by that?
Well, men kind of infer what they infer on that. Well, you say, I get mines.
No. It's not even. No, that's not it. Yeah, no. See, that's not my situation. I'm dating somebody, and we're doing well. I'm gonna say that we're doing well. But no, I've never been that girl, and I would like to um attribute that to the fact that I have standards and there are boundaries and there are certain things that I'm just not gonna do. And um yeah, I have no problem with drawing the line.
Okay, but listen, I'm going to tell you what that sounds like. I'm going to tell you what that sounds like. When men hear that type of conversation, I'm not saying that's where you're at with it, but typically this is what we hear.
Times has changed, and now women are getting an education. They're trying to chase that bag.
Okay.
Yeah, we hear like, I'm not taking nobody's shit. Listen, ma'am, we're all going to take somebody's shit. We're all going to kiss some ass. Those who aren't are going to be the ones.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
Who will die alone. You don't know that we're all going to kiss some ass, ma'am. You don't know that.
Yeah, I do, and I'm ready to kiss it for my man all day
Hey,
long.
that's what I'm talking about. Okay, okay. We got two sensible women who have come up today.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it all day long. The thing is, like I said, we're dating and it's going well. He's a good man, and I mean I'm a good woman, but right now we're like in the beginning stages, I guess
How
you could
long have you
say.
been seeing each other?
Oh gosh, we're not gonna go in this rabbit hole.
30 days.
So 30 days means what?
Turbulence, people. For those of you who aren't familiar with the show, when you hear that sound, we're about to rock the boat just a little bit, right? Ripples in the water. Before this man right here, when was your last relationship?
Probably, I would say a couple months before. Maybe I say maybe 6 months.
How long did it last?
The previous relationship
The six,
before.
the last one.
Okay. Probably two. I would say 2 years.
Why
Yep.
didn't you require marriage out of him? You said you have boundaries and standards. Why didn't you require? Apparently, you can't say because he was an ain't shit man, because I don't believe that you would have gave an ain't shit man 2 years of your life, 2 years of your body.
You know what? Honestly, the only reason, because really, honestly, in my right state of mind, he wouldn't even have been in my life. My fiance prior to him, had committed suicide, so I was in a very vulnerable space,
I'm sorry.
and yeah, so but my relationship prior to that, like I said, that was my fiance that passed, but prior to that I was married.
How long?
So
How long had you been with your fiance?
3 years.
Why didn't you get married?
Honestly, that was one of the arguments. That was one of the things that was pretty much I said, okay, I'm not about to continue to do this. So we need to go ahead and go our separate ways because I pretty much I demanded that. And his response to me was, "You think I don't want to marry you?" He did not feel as though from our conversations, I can't say for him because I'm not him, but from what I gathered, um, it seems as though he did not feel like he was. I almost didn't feel like he was good enough, and I tried my best to let him know that he was,
That
but
would never be it. A man will
no.
never see. We are logical creatures. A man will never sit there and listen to a woman say, "I want to be with you for the rest of my life," and he say, "I'm not good enough for this woman who's saying that I'm good enough."
But he didn't say that.
I
It
know. I'm
wasn't
saying even in actions.
okay.
So okay, what I'm saying is this: how old are you?
I'm 35.
It doesn't get better.
I know, and yeah, I
You
know
had
that.
better stop playing and pull that trigger. Um, Describe your three closest girlfriends to me, and be honest, be rough, be brutal, or I'll pull it out of you.
Okay, one is a little shaky, but two of which, well, one. I'm sorry, one. She is a esthetician. She is in the process of opening up um, her own business. She's working for a lady, but the lady is kind of like showing her the ropes type situation. She actually just got married in October. That's my best friend girl, the one that I'm speaking of. Um,
What is her behavior like? Will she set it off if she needs to?
And when you say set it off, what do you mean?
Set it off.
I mean,
Stop
that's
it,
not
stop it, stop it. If she thinks she's being disrespected by another woman, will she set it off? Will she cuss that woman out, and will she go full nigga on them?
no, no. I'll say no. I needed specifics, but I'll say no. Yeah.
Okay. What about number two?
Number two, she is not even from here. She's a Caribbean lady. She and I actually have really good conversations. Um
Tell me about
she
her behavior. Will she set it off?
she will let you know that she feels away. She will let you know that if she feels disrespected, she'll let you know, but it won't be a set it off. Neither one of them, I will say equally, they don't have any problem with voicing their opinion to other, women or whatever the situation is, but they'll say it in a tactful way. So it wouldn't just be like, I can't say that. That's why I'm like, when you say set it off,
Here's my point. You are the equal of your 5 closest associates.
right.
What type of energy are you walking in? You appear to be pleasant on here, but I'm a man. I've done this several times. And what I also know,
Many have wondered why Satan was played by a woman in the Passion of the Christ.
Prince of lies, return to the depths of dark. Flee, evil spirit. I command
is
you.
that true?
In the name of God. In the name of God.
See, I'm familiar with the cute smiles and the
Oh,
somewhat pleasant energy, but I know women have another side to them.
oh yeah, definitely. That for sure. Everybody does though. That's the thing. Everybody does. It's not
Yeah,
just women.
but it's just different extremes for different people. Some people
Right.
have that set it off.
Yeah.
Is that
I,
you?
to be honest,
I'll
I
pull it
will.
out of you.
To be honest, I will say, not necessarily a set it off, but I'm vocal.
You say I got a little ratchet in me.
Ow, I'm vocal. I'm vocal, but even at the end of that, like I'm reasonable. I'm reasonable. I'm not. It takes a lot to take me there. We're gonna say that. Like and honestly, I can't even tell you the last time that's happened. I don't. The pleasant that you're seeing and that you're feeling right now is generally me all day long.
So, do you understand how important having a man in your life for the long haul is?
Absolutely.
Okay, so why aren't you locking this man down and pressing the envelope? Oh, it's only been 30 days, right? Have you let him know where your mind is at on marriage?
Yeah.
Did you know him previously?
No.
How many kids does he have?
Fine.
How long has he had the job that he has?
He's a business owner. How long has he owned the business?
Goodbye.
What does that mean?
Have you ever been to this business?
Yeah, he has a whole car lot full of the trucks and all of the that his employees have to pick up the drive when they're handling jobs. Yeah.
So this is a real physical business that you have seen.
Yeah.
Okay, when people usually say business owner, you go on Instagram right now. Everybody and their mama got entrepreneur up there. But when you decide that you might want to buy some of their merchandise and you ask them where the website is, oh, we got it coming.
Yeah, no, that's not him. That's not him.
How many other women does he have?
To my knowledge,
Let's go. Be real with me. What are you
none.
seeing? If you call him at any given time to FaceTime him, can you get through?
Yeah.
Are there times that you can't reach him in certain hours?
No.
Wherever you guys are from, are you from the same city?
Yeah.
Will he take you out in public settings, holding your hand and things of that nature?
Yeah.
Are you being honest?
Yeah. I am.
What is the conversation like? Where well, you haven't even let him know. You're gonna have to let a man know what your intentions are. You have to give me the options to let you know I just want to hit it and leave. You have to speak to me.
Right. So we've actually one of our most recent conversations has been marriage, and I told him, okay, let me back it up. When we brought in the new year, I said, listen, I said, I need my husband. I need to have my husband in the year 2024 because we've been dating, you talking about 30 days. It's been longer than 30 days. But we've started the marriage conversation.
If
And
you
I,
keep having sex with that man, he is not going to marry you. Why would he? I don't have to. I have everything that I want out of a marriage for free right here. You men are logical, and you guys simply are not. You don't think logical. I have the leverage right now. I am getting everything that a man wants from a wife. If I'm getting it from her without having to go through the trouble of marrying her, why the hell would I marry her? And that could even be coming from an amazing man, a man who's not low down. It just is logical.
yeah, I feel that way about him. I love that man. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
talking about the 30-day nigga?
Yeah. The
Goodbye.
third Casey.
He said, "I love this man."
I do.
If you're starting, see, that's why you shouldn't have had sex yet. Because listen, I'm going to tell you how we move. I'm going to tell you how we move. Whew, that just sparked made
About
me
to
feel
make me
a girl up in my head that I listen. Whew, yeah, she had me kind of, but that's another story. What I'm saying is this: if we can get the goodies from you, it is all that we need, and then we will drag this thing on, and listen. We will find ways. I'm him. Let's talk. Me and you are together right now. I am him, literally. Me and you are about to talk.
okay.
So, I want you to express to me that you are marriage minded, and that's what you expect from me. I want you to kick this conversation as I am him, and I'm going to take it from there. Talk to me.
Baby,
How do you feel about what we have going on?
I'm responding to that, what you just
You are
said, correct?
responding to him. We're talking. Me and you are talking about where this is going.
Well, baby, I love where this is going. I see that I feel as though we would have a wonderful future together. I feel as though we have a very good foundation. And I guess I guess I would ask a question then. Where do you feel as though you see us going? Because I follow my man, and
Okay, and I'm digging you. I'm digging you like that too, babe. I think I've shown you all of this. When we go out, we have that vibe, right? And the sex, Lord God up in heaven above. I'm all over you, right? We're on the same page. We're on the same page, definitely. So, what'd you eat today?
yeah, but that wasn't really a response to what I was asking you or what I was saying or what I was implying. Like I see marriage in our future. How do you feel about that? Where do you see us?
I'm
Where do you
right,
see us?
right with you. I'm eye to eye right with you. I dig everything about you. I'm feeling the same vibe that you feeling, and yeah, I don't see where we have any discord. I'm digging you the same way you appear to be digging me. I like it when we're out together. I like pretty much everything that we do together. So listen, I don't want you to be concerned. I don't want you to feel like that this is something that we have to keep on bringing up because listen, we right here, babe. What'd you eat today?
Yeah, but you're brushing it off.
Exactly. And that's what can continue for the next 2 years. What'd you get into today, babe? Hey, babe, you see the game last night? This is what you guys do. And it ends up being quite some time.
Yeah, right.
Listen, you're not getting any younger.
No, not.
By the time I get done wasting 2 years out of your life, when you go back on the dating market, and I want to explain to everybody else what the dating market is. The dating market, you know, in over in the Middle East, how this person has his cabbage stand set up, this person is selling watermelons on the dirt road, right? This person right here is selling different types of that is the market. Everyone is presenting their goods so that consumers can purchase them.
Right.
If your goods come to a place where they are no longer getting purchased, you have hit your decline on severe levels. You're going to let me waste up the amount of youthful beauty and youthful energy and youthful perkiness that you have. You're going to let me use all of that up so that when, after 2 years go by, I've used all of that up. I've stretched that thing out, right? Now you're back on the dating market, less valuable than you were before you allowed me to abuse your body, soul, and mind for 2 years straight.
Is it wrong for me? Is it wrong for me to feel as though I trust him not to do that? That's wrong.
Can't believe you say no funky shit like that. You fucking crazy, man. You sound insane. Do you realize that? You should be medicated.
Daisy, you got me in here about to take a shot. Like, really?
At this point, I want to. I get away with murder.
Oh, God.
She said, is it wrong for me to just take a man who has been reputed since the beginning of time to occasionally have a couple other women at his word? I love this job.
Please stop that.
Did you really just say that? Do you know when you are justified? Do you know when you are justified in starting to believe that taking that person at their word that they won't do that? When they put significant levels of action in front of what they're saying. You guys don't even live together yet. You have not created any type of sacrifice that would make it a little bit more difficult for him to jam your life up. Right now, he can just walk out of your life without any repercussions.
Yeah, I understand that.
And I'm going to tell you something that I know about you already.
What?
You do not have it in you to close that kitty up. It's the only leverage you have. It's the only leverage you have to make me listen to you. It's all you have. I don't care about your mouth, your philosophies. I don't care about your money. The only thing that you have that can get my attention and make me take you serious is to withhold that which, if I am only coming around about that and you withhold it from me, that will force me to play my next hand and get on up out of your way so I can go rock in with the people who have been doing what I want them to do. But if you can cause me to conform and start demonstrating that I am serious about what I'm conveying my intentions are towards you, then that will force me to take that next step in proving to you how serious I am. Let me waste 2 more years of your life, and when you get back out there on that dating highway, the value of man that you will qualify for then, it will be lower than the one now. You do know that, right?
I do.
You bump into Stacey Prince. I'm feeling you, and I'm wanting to kiss you right here. Nibble on the bottom of your earlobe, right? Then it gets to the point where I'm doing circles around this and that with my tongue. And I slide in there, and it feels like somebody's been sliding in there. Value decrease. Value decrease. So it's either you're going to have to close that thing up and wait for the individual who, when he does come into that thing, he feels like that thing has been waiting on him because it doesn't feel like usage and things of that nature. So you're going to have to wonder who's who. Is this that guy? Or should you close up shop and prepare your body, soul, and mind for the next person who's going to take you serious.
Okay, so let me ask you a question. Do you feel as though if I were to say, okay, yeah, we're not doing that anymore, we're not,
He'd leave you.
what?
He'd leave. See, what you should have did was you should have just whacked him off in the beginning. You shouldn't have never gave him any. Just whack him off. I always tell women that. The moment that a man releases, you have about a window of 7 to 10 minutes to get the truth out of him. We are incapacitated. After we release, we cannot be around a woman. It's almost like we're in a spell. We're hypnotized. How I tell it to people is this. Let's say that I'm at the club. I came out tonight because I've been wanting some. This thing been jumping around, right? I need some. It's
Right.
been a minute. Everybody who I would have selected kind of has left. There's a big girl, over there leaning up against the wall. It doesn't matter. I need some. I go order a couple of drinks, throw them back. Now, those drinks have just knocked off about 20 pounds of her. Take her, smash that out. Ma'am, let me help you understand something. The moment a man releases, he sees all 229 pounds of that woman. He smells all of her breath that he was ignoring when he needed some coochie. Listen, he smells that twang that was between her legs before it is the truth serum.
Right.
You should have done that before you gave him any, and it would have compelled him to let you know, I can't be around her full time like that.
Well, okay, but now it's too late. So what do I do now?
You better talk to him about closing up shop.
And then,
There's no need for me to, if you are giving me everything, you are asking me to do more work that I really don't have to do. Who does that?
okay, so my question to you is, so contingent upon his response, what do I do?
Either one of his responses is going to be beneficial to your life. You ladies are so emotional and biologically emotional that you live for the right now. But what is the most important thing is your life outcome. Having someone there with you at the worst moments in life, when
Right.
life kicks the door down. Whatever he tells you, it's going to be good. He's not going to tell you, nah, babe, I can't do that. What we're going to do as men, we're going to act like we support your decision to shut your legs. And we're going to continue coming over with at whatever time, with the favorite movie that me and you typically like to watch, with that favorite drink that both of us like to have. And ma'am, I'm going to slide between those legs again. Trust you and believe. But if I really, really can't, and then I really don't get anywhere with you a third time, when we've been vibing, it's been lit, movie was fire, food was fire, we both feeling good, and I still can't hit, I'm pulling away. If I don't genuinely see internal value in her. If I see internal value and I'm not willing to risk losing her, I'm not going to pull away. I'm going to convey some type of offering that is letting you know I'm not leaving you. I'm going to rock heavy with you. And then we can talk about opening shop again. But something has to be demonstrated that you are not going to ask me to climb this mountain with you and then leave me at the halfway mark to climb the rest of it by myself.
So I guess my question to you, Lord, how did this turn into, okay, listen.
I'm
my
good at
question
this.
my question to you now is, like, so what do I do? What do I do now? So let's just say that he go, like, I tell him, all right, like, I'm not doing this, like, I'm trying to go to the next level.
I'm going to tell you word for word what you need to say to him.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie to you. You got me open. And I'm feeling all gooey on the inside. Not going to lie, you kind of got me right now. But I can't allow myself as a woman. I am responsible for the outcome of my life. I am responsible if I end up dying alone. You have me so open, I can't allow it to turn into a booby trap to me. I have to make not the decisions that make me feel good, but the things that are going to result in a better life outcome for me. So I have to protect me, and I want to shut up shop And I just hope you can rock with me throughout this journey until until something is demonstrated to me that lets me know that that's not all you're here for, that you continue spending this time with me. And he won't be able to hide it. The only way that he'll be able to hide it is if he's getting it from other women already, which if he's a business owner. On a scale of 1 to 10, how handsome is he? Be real. Swag and all.
I would say,
Be honest.
when you talk about swag, like he has that.
He's got other women. He's got other women. Do you have any clue? There are 5 million more women in the United States than there are men. But listen, that doesn't have to be a bad thing. I don't want you to let that get you upset. Let me ask you this. Are you open to sharing him as long as you're number one? Ma'am, you're going to do it anyway.
I'm gonna do what anyway?
You're going to share him. If that man owns his own business and he does well for himself and that swag is there, does he have the energy of what we would have described as a nerd and things like that? Or does he really have swag? Like, no, he's got swag.
Yeah, he does.
He's got other women. 100%. But that's not terrible. It's only terrible if you say that I'm not going for that. Because,
but I'm not. Oh.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. So you're saying, okay, so tell me if I'm feeling this wrong, but you're saying that yes, I am because I'm not going anywhere. So
No, I'm saying if you continue dealing with this man, you're going to share him. Listen, he's done well for him. Okay, so let me ask you this. Do you think other women, hands down, find that man appealing?
I know, because the reason that I know is because I know I look at him and I'm like, this man does it for me. So I'm not the only one. So I don't think that about him.
Do you know that there's other women whose butt is bigger than yours, whose tatas are perkier than yours, who are 39 years old, coochie super tight, don't have any kids, never had any kids? So let's play this out. Let's go. Turbulence, people. I want you to hear this, how it's said out loud.
Okay.
He's very handsome, or not even handsome. He has his own money. He has everything going for himself, and his swag has me hypnotized. But here's what he says when he walks down the street every day to this girl over here who's 32, never had any kids, fine as all outdoors, hair down to her back, punani, super tight steel. This girl has her own. Do you see how crazy it sounds to think that he would be like, hey, girl, you fine and everything, but I'm going to have to pass because I'm serious about this girl I've been dating for 60 days. Hey, ma'am, and you, girl, you killing it, but I'm going to have to pass. Do you understand how unrealistic that sounds?
Is it? It is?
Can't believe you say no funky shit like that.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
Are you into him enough to share him?
Stacey, please
Not
stop.
listen. Not disrespectfully. I know women who surpass you on the sexual market as far as beauty, as far as the amount of children who are married, right? One of them might be watching, and I'll bring her up here if she is. Fine. Who have sat next to their husband, and said in front of him when I asked, if he gets busted cheating and upon investigation, you find out he's done it several other times, is it over? That woman said, hell no.
Well, that's not what you asked me.
It's the same thing. Are you willing to share? See, her stance is this. If I had my choice, I hope he's not, but am I willing to leave him alone behind this? She said, hell no. Now, it's different because one is marriage and you guys are just doing your thing. But you
Right.
still have to ask yourself that question.
If like you, kind of like what you just said, if we were married, that's a different situation. You know, we have a lot of things tied together, and then
So are you willing right now to look the other way? You better be. Or you better close up shop between your legs and start working on yourself. Because you're going to, listen, if you end this, sweetie, I'm telling you right now, you're going to suffer some damage. Because I can tell how you're already digging this individual. You're going to suffer some emotional damage. And it's going to take you a minute to be suitable for the next man so that when he encounters you, that damage that you suffered isn't visible to him to the point where it becomes a turnoff. So you have a couple of options, really.
Mm-hmm.
Is your most important thing having a life partner?
Yeah.
So here are your options. You can convey that to this man all the way to the extent to where shop is closed up down there. And let him know that you do not want to lose him, but you have to protect yourself. You tell him, I have to protect myself. I'm all that I have. If I get damaged, I'm the only one who has to deal with it. How many kids do you have?
I have twins.
Are they still in the house?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, how old are they?
11. Oh God.
See, the reason I'm not going to tear you to pieces like I would tear somebody else is because you do have pleasant energy. You know how to be, you know how to follow a man. I can kind of already tell. And for those moments where you get out of line, I believe a man can get you back in line. So that's a plus. That's a plus. It's all we ask. We don't even ask for much.
You're correct about that.
Okay, so are you, I'm going to ask you this, and this is me and you talking. Do you know for a fact, just based on your common sense, that here and again this man is touching other women?
For a fact, it's definitely been a thought. Real.
Let's start this again. Based on your common sense, do you know for a fact that this man occasionally probably deals with somebody else? Or, hold on, let me force this answer out of you. Or do you believe that he can't do anything throughout his regular day but just think about you? He can't get you off of his mind and no other woman stands a chance.
That's not realistic. That's not realistic, Stacey.
It's so far from reality.
Right?
What you just described in that man,
He is amazing. He is everything.
how tall is he?
He's not that tall. He's probably 5'8".
Okay, well that's a good thing. Okay.
Yeah, he's not that tall, and I'm short, and he doesn't seem that much taller than me. I'm 5'2".
Do you think he does well for himself financially?
Yeah. I know he does.
Okay, so that opens up the floodgates, and you know that, right? There are 5 million more women in the United States than there are men. In the African American community, based on all of the adjustments for the gays and for men who are locked up, all of those things, there's around between 2.5 million to 3 million more black women than there are black men, right?
Yeah.
We have a smorgasbord of poontang at our disposal. When I got to LA, I couldn't understand when I would encounter women, even if it's on a dating site. They would say, I read your profile. Are you really 6'3"? I'd be like, yeah. Then we would start talking about the game or whatever. And while we're talking about the game, but listen, for real, are you really 6'3"? Listen, that alone is enough to get you poontang.
Yeah.
You're saying this? Yes. There's only 15% of men in the United States who are 6 foot anything.
Well, my children's dad is. Yeah, he's tall.
Okay, now even adjusted for this man's financial status, let's just say $75,000 a year he makes. Let's just lowball it. Let's say he does 75. And it's probably more, right?
Right.
Okay. This man makes double what the average black man makes. He is a premium. He is a premium. And guess what else? He knows it. Does he have his own house?
He has a couple homes.
So we're going to conclude tonight.
But so does my ex-husband. Okay.
We're going to conclude tonight. Out of 10 women, how many of them do you believe would love to have a man who has his own house, whose swag is intact? Considering all of the terrible things that we're hearing these women complain about on social media about the men they're encountering, right? And here comes along this man you got.
Ooh.
Couple houses, own business.
There he goes.
And I bet you he dresses okay.
Oh, yeah. And he smells good. He's into fragrances, too.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
Throughout this conversation, we've narrowed this down to one thing. There's not two options anymore. There's one. Are you willing to deal with it?
I'm not dealing with that. He knows that. Stacey, let me ask you a question, because I'm going to be very honest. So this man, is there a such thing as what I'm about to tell you other than game? Because please be honest with me. The way this man, it's game. I'm not even about to ask you that. Whatever.
I just developed such a higher level of respect for you when you cut yourself off. See, so I got in some trouble one time. You can look my record up and everything. They intentionally framed me, put a case on me. I was in Atlanta at the time that they said I was doing this. Mm-hmm. The girl who I had been dealing with at the time of this time in my life, I caught myself. I knew the reality, but I kept saying, she's not gonna lie on me. She's not gonna do this. I'm saying it because that's what benefits me the most. But as I was assessing how this thing typically plays out, she's gonna tell.
Yeah.
What do you think this woman did? You think she held out like I was trying to Jedi mind trick myself into believing she would do?
She should have. Why? I mean,
dead man walking.
That's going to be you if you keep up with this train of thinking. See, you're an emotional woman, so I do understand. You're an emotional being biologically. Well, but you really have to look at things for what they are.
I'm trusting because I'm a person that you can trust. So it's a little bit hard for me to, I guess,
Listen, hold on, stop. I'll tell you what. The moment that ends, you send me your phone number. I can do hella things with you. You keep on with that trusting behavior.
Well, I feel wow, so you could dog me?
Yes! I'll have my way with you. I'll have you participating with my other two girls up in here. Keep on trusting.
I'm going to marry this man.
I don't doubt that.
I am. He's mine.
Yes, y'all are going to marry him. Oh, yes, you heard me right.
All right, Stacey, good night.
No, I'm going to ask you a question.
Okay.
What do you have that you think could lock him down that other women don't have?
See.
No. Sí. No.
I come from a very financially secure thing.
Give me something that you have that would lock that man down that a 29-year-old wouldn't have that could lock him down. That a 35-year-old would have that could not lock him down. Give me something that you possess that would cause that man to ignore a 35-year-old girl who has no kids, has her own money, and is fine.
Stacey, am I stupid to just believe this man really loves me? I'm dumb.
Girl, I'm crazy about you. Do you understand this? Hey, what do black women be saying to black men? Oh, little tank tank.
I really, and that I guess what you are saying, how like I really care for this man. Like honest
Hold
to
on,
God,
stop.
no, oh
You
God.
and the several others feel the same about him.
Okay, time for
There,
bed. Let me
listen,
let me
there's
go.
a thing that I do. There's a thing that I do. And I'm gonna extend it to you. A couple of times a week, I vet men for women. They can bring their guy up. You won't be here. Unless he says it okay. And I'll ask him various questions and I'll get back to you later on and tell you what. But imagine if that man won't even accept coming up. Do you have your dad in your life?
Yeah,
Did you grow up with him in your life?
I did.
How come you have not took this man to your dad 3 times? Your dad's opinion matters way more than yours does. See, because here's what we don't do as men. But I'm just feeling some type of way, and that nigga stretched me out the other night so tough. I called out for 3 different guys that I didn't even know I believed in. But guess who he can't do like that with his energy? Your dad.
My daddy.
You need to pay for them to go out and spend time together 3 times. This boy's not bowling. I don't care what it is. Just to kick it for an hour. Your dad is going to come back with some information for you. See, you are not equipped to be able to vet a man. Your emotional biology. Listen, I have had women who have told me, you would never touch this and da 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 da. And then one night, all of the stars aligned. I don't care if alcohol was involved or whatever. When I got done with this woman, you might see me driving this very same woman's car. You might see gaga, goo goo. Now I have my way. I have my way. Once I've laid this thing down, you can. But Eddie Murphy said this. A lot of people know what I'm about to say. Eddie Murphy said, listen, ladies, don't ever let a man make you say, ooh. He said, when you get a woman's inner thighs to shaking and you cause her to, ooh, that woman can come home one day, see you in the bedroom with 2 other women, storm out of the bedroom door, you walk out behind her. What's wrong with you? You know what's wrong with me. I saw you with them other women. No, you didn't. Okay, maybe I didn't.
Yeah,
I have experienced this.
I'm not that girl, Stacey.
Listen, it's a metaphor. What I'm telling you is that man will be able to persuade you to put up with what you say you won't put up with.
Well,
But
yeah.
listen, here's where he will feel a little bit bad about it if he does decide to do you like that. If you have involved him in your dad's life.
Yeah. Okay.
Girl, I don't want to have to answer to Mr. Johnson because he already. It's important. You need to do that.
Mom and my grandma, that doesn't matter.
Huh?
My mom and my grandma, does that not matter?
Well, it's cool that he's met them, but they are women just like you. They can't pick him apart like your father can.
Okay.
See, your father doesn't have anything to gain in this. Your father is not googly-eyed. Your father is not head over heels about him. So when your father hears something that goes against logic, he's not going to let his googly-eyed for that man persuade him to believe, no, I didn't hear what I just heard him say.
Yeah,
You
that's
do that.
That's facts. Cause daddy walks me through a whole lot of stuff. He'll just tell me like, don't call that man.
So why didn't you take him? Why didn't you take this man to him?
Huh?
You heard me.
We don't live. I don't live in the same area as my dad.
I don't care how far away is he. Yeah, so you know you need to do it. So stop playing.
Okay.
If you don't, your heart is going to get crushed.
Yeah.
And if you want to prevent your heart from getting crushed, you need to close up shop now.
Okay.
because the
Yeah.
sex is what's going to do it to you. The sex is what's going to enable the heartache.
It does it every time. Yeah. Yeah.
So you know what you have to do. It's just up to you. You have two options. It's up to you how much you care about your life outcome
Right.
versus are you willing to allow him to have you this way and maybe have, I'm not saying he's going to do it in your face, but you just be the type of woman who doesn't ask any questions, but in your heart, you know he's probably fooling around. It would have to be a situation like that. He's not going to throw it in your face, and he shouldn't have any kids on you, and he shouldn't bring you any diseases. But you have to have it in you that I'm not going to ask questions. Listen, there's two women.
I don't.
You're attractive woman. There's two women who have come up on here more attractive than you. These are very, very, very beautiful women. And one of them has sat next to her man and said, I wish I would lose him. So you're going to have to ask yourself how much you want this situation. And you shouldn't be really, really wanting a situation really, really bad that isn't going to play out for your life outcome benefit.
Right.
If you just sprung on good D right now, just
Mm-mm.
accept that that's what this is. And I want to say don't allow your heart to get captured, but good sex is the highway to the heart getting captured.
Mm.
So you know what you have to do. You got some things to think about. It's just what you're going to get serious about. Either you're going to get serious about being open to him, kind of living like a man. Because listen, I'm going to tell you this. I'll throw something in your court. I'm going to take up for you a little bit. Most men that you deal with are going to cheat on you. Did you know that? The thing that
It's
you
not
have,
for any woman.
any woman, beautiful, attractive women, you have a man that most women desire.
Mm.
So listen, you're going to get cheated on, okay? So
Mm.
the cool part about what you have right now is if he's going to cheat, at least it's a valuable man. Versus you get rid of him for cheating, then you go out there and start dealing with a Ray Ray and Pookie who's cheating, who be asking to borrow money from you.
Right.
Listen, I talk about this often. I want you guys to stop looking at cheating like it's the end all be all. It's not. Do you know how many women know that their guy probably fools around? They don't ask questions. And guess what else they have? They have a man upstairs in that bed. And when they hear that bull crap noise downstairs, they don't have to get as nervous as other women because they got a nigga laying right next to him and he will set it off. Listen, they don't have to get ripped off when they take their cars. Studies show women get ripped off when they take their cars to the auto mechanic because you got a man who may fool around every once in a while, but treats you good. And when your car needs fixed, he takes it. And they're not going to. Look, my brother said, she appears to be teachable. That's valuable. And he's talking about you. You appear to be teachable. I need to ask you, you're pretty sure you're going to get cheated on here and there, right? By any man.
Okay.
And look, she don't want to say. Listen, I'm not blaming you for that. I'm telling you it's how we are. It's
Yeah.
difficult. If you don't have a man who is hell-bent on his faith, and I'm talking about hell-bent on it, won't drink anything, moves a certain way, won't go to certain establishments, you're going,
I
listen,
understand.
yeah, it's biology. So
Yeah.
ask yourself, are you willing to deal with it from him or a bum? Maybe you can get him to stop doing it. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah. My thing has always been I'm the woman that if that were to be a situation, I don't need to know about that.
Right. That's all. Listen, my grandfather was a known cheater.
Yeah.
My family was reputed to be an amazing family, right? It was known that he cheated.
Right.
He never left him. If she
Mm.
had have left him when she found out that he cheated sometimes, do you know there would be at least 60 of my favorite cousins that would have never been born?
Yeah.
Not only that, my grandmother passed. That same cheating man I watched, not a rumor, with my own eyes when she was battling cancer. I watched that same cheating man spoon feed that woman in her house that he bought for her to her dying days. Now you tell me what's more important.
But
Your
I could.
ego. Go ahead.
I feel as though he, regardless of the extracurricular activities, I feel as though he would be that man, and I feel like,
Stay
I
with him,
guess,
man. Stay with him. Don't let it hurt your heart and things like that. It's not just him. It's not just
yeah,
him. Men who women find attractive, it's very difficult for us. Like me, I'm very ambitious and driven. So I get off on pulling off other things that most men can't. I'll stop eating meat at the drop of a dime. I'll stop drinking alcohol. So women aren't a big thing for me. But what I'm telling you is this. If you don't know about it and he treats you good, he respects you, what's to complain about?
but that's yeah, and because I'm really not one to ask questions. As long as if I call you, you answer, and
That's all I'm saying.
he does everything I need. If I'm like, my car needs to be washed, he's sending his man over here to come pick my car up to come and detail it. Like, if I say that this is going wrong with my car, like it's something, anything that I need. I'm like, I need a new mop vac in my house. I'm getting it delivered to my home. Like, he
Has
does.
he met your kids yet?
He has.
All right.
I
Cool
feel.
situation. You know what to do from here. I'm gonna get up out of here. But just grow up. A lot of you women, most of your problems, you're childish. You know what most men are doing, but you take it up on yourself. I want that 1 in a billion man who is just will not cheat. You guys set your mind. You allow your minds to set you guys up for disappointment. Versus the conversation me and you just had tonight. If you apply that to your current relationship, you could be, even if he never marries you and it ends up being over, you could end up spending the next, I don't know how long, several months, or however long you guys last in happiness.
Right.
All right, I got to get up out of here. I appreciate you coming up.
Okay.
Did you
Thank you, Steph.
subscribe to my show?
I already did.
All right, then.
Bye. Thank
I'll talk to you
you.
later. Okay. But yeah, listen, I'm going to say this to you ladies too. I'm going to say this to you. I apologize to all of the women who have heard me speak, seen several of our shows, and some of the things that you hear me say have caused women to feel terrible about themselves. This is a sincere apology, right? Caused them to seemingly lose hope, right? The women who have encountered some of my content heard how blunt we are about it, and it's made them feel less than valuable, especially the people in my family. It is a sincere apology. If you've heard me speak on things that fit the description of the decisions that you've made and the life outcomes you've experienced as a result of it, in a sincere fashion, I apologize for having made you feel however it made you feel when you heard it, right? Turbulence, people. But now, likewise, I also need you ladies to understand that I care more about the outcome of black people and young ladies and young black boys' lives more than I care about how my content made you feel. Again, although I do care how the truth that you might have heard me say made you feel, I care more about making sure that other young boys, other young girls never have to experience the truths that made you feel bad when you heard me say them. It's more important. This is not personal. It's never personal. This is so much bigger than me. It's so much bigger than you or how you feel about me versus how I feel about you. Right? The truth of the matter is this. It's not about you or me. It's about, are we going to sit around and watch this dynasty erode and dilapidate without so much as putting up a fight? So listen, although my content might make some of you feel a certain way, it's not going to change. If it's not for you, you should not be here, because this show comes fully equipped with plenty of landmines. There's nothing about the show that's going to change. There's not going to be a remodeling of the delivery. There's not going to be any softer speaking. In fact, it's probably going to get a lot more harsh, people. Because I will push this message until it creates the level of results that I want. And I'm going to get these results. It may not be with you, right? You may be the one of the ones who are too weak to stomach this information. But see, me and my brothers and sisters on here, we don't need to be catered to. We don't need to have things said softer to us. We don't need we don't need that. You know why? Because we win. There's only a couple of ways to win. It's by acknowledging the truth and then confronting it. If that's not for you, this is not the show for you. This is definitely not the show for you. I want to show you something where all of the catastrophes that we keep experiencing come from. We can't get you guys to understand that you are the root cause of this. It's apparent in the eyes of everyone. Here's how.
What I tell you about my motherfucking face?
Bitch. Well, I don't know, bitch.
She's laughing. Funky ballhead skank. Monkey. And that same little bastard is going to grow up and possibly shoot one of our kids.
Oh no.
What?
Fuck it. Go on, kitchen. Go sit down. Go sit.
He has already developed a temperament to be okay with pushing females because a baboon taught him how. I said it. It's you. It's not us. 100% it's you. No one wants to hear it takes two. No, it took for you to assess who you were going to allow to crawl between your funk box and let him nut in you. That is a you thing. Unfortunately, men like myself have to keep speaking out about it so that your little ruffian booger wolf monsters don't grow up and stick my son up. Yeah, you hear what my brother Carl said? So that's who's raising Glocktavius to get his first felony by 9 years old. We can all assess this boy's future right now. Right now. And it's you. You're right there teaching him to do it. And we're seeing you do it.
Sit down. Go sit down.
Move.
Go.
I want to show you guys something else. Let's go. Now let's rewind it just a little bit. Just a little bit. Uh-oh. Do you see what I see? Now she's got a little black Ratchet Jr. in the crib witnessing all of it. Could you imagine what little Ratchet Jr. is being taught already? This is why a lot of people develop disdain for you, because the things that you do are coming from a place of breakage so deep to where you don't even know you're broken. But wait, there's more. There's more. Wait a minute. Teaching the baby how to twerk. Teaching her how to gouge her legs, open and shut, open and shut. Now, my question is, and for those of you who aren't aware, that was real. I didn't get that off of a social media clip. My cousin and I were talking, and she gave me the name of somebody for something else. I accidentally typed the wrong name in, and this woman's profile came up. She was kind of cute, so I went to it, and I saw that in her photo gallery. It's you. And the sooner you acknowledge that, the sooner you can get people off of your backs. What this is about is helping even one boy or girl avoid the catastrophic repercussions that you and I both know await people who make the same mistakes that are so bad they have you guys feeling some type of way 20 years later in your chronically single state. Yeah, these are black jigaboos. Yep. These are black jigaboos. The very ones who they are supposed to be scared is going to catch them dancing like that are doing it with them. And I want you guys to understand, we're not talking about the dance itself. We're talking about the energy that is being cultivated in these girls. And those of you who think I'm going overboard, let's go. I want you to ask yourselves, does this look like an up and coming wife? Does the mom look like a wife? I want to show you, I want to go back to something. Look at them. They look alike. The eyelashes that are so thick and bushy, we can't see this girl's eyes. Look where she gets it from. The question that I have amidst all of this is, here's how you ladies can get me to shut up about this, especially those of you who say it's not a big deal what I'm seeing. You can get me to shut up by telling me how this is going to play out beneficially in these children's lives. Let's go. What is this going to benefit? How is this going to benefit these children? You got to tell me something. Tell me, I don't know, tell me something. Where is it going to come into play as a valuable asset in their memory bank? That is time that could be spent encouraging that girl to get interested in STEM technology, encouraging her into becoming something that is above average.
One thing about me, I'm not a chaser. If we don't talk, we don't talk. I'm never gonna beg to be in somebody's life. Because there was a time I didn't even know you.
You people are crazy. We're all going to kiss some ass, but yet you are the only species of people who believe you ain't got to kiss no ass. Fool! Everything that is valuable enough for us to want it is going to require some compromise and sometimes even relinquishing an argument, letting that person win even if they're wrong. Of course, telling them later on that day, but it's going to require significant levels of humility, of which the most of you have no clue about. The mother of my children, I have kissed her ass so many times, but I don't have to because I picked well. She's a perfect woman. Doesn't offer much kickback unless I'm doing something that's going to hurt myself. Another woman I dated out in California, a perfect woman. Probably has a body count of 5. Grown woman. Super, super, super soft. It's about picking well too, people. When you pick well, there's not a lot to fix. I'm going to say this again to you people, though. This is not about me or you. This is about helping the boys and girls avoid the catastrophic repercussions that most of you, based on the damage that most of you did in your earlier years, that is now haunting you. Then later in life, they can determine whether or not you qualify to be in a relationship with a decent human being or not. This is how valuable your decisions are. Your decisions will qualify you or disqualify you of being in a long-term relationship with a quality man or not. Once you ladies tear your lives up to a certain degree, people in society begin looking at you the same way that they would look at who is this? The same way they would the same way that they would look at cheaper goods that have been used and damaged in the clearance aisle, right? Okay. I rock with you. You'll have done so much damage that people won't pull the trigger on a relationship with you until they know they have absolutely no choice. This is why a lot of you get drug on out in these relationships, because he doesn't see the value in you that causes him to make a prompt decision. Like, I am simply not willing to lose her. If I keep on playing around, somebody's going to snatch her up, and I can't even give that enough time to happen. Some of you have needed a car really, really bad, but your money was not where you would need it to be in order for you to get something that you would like to have. So you went the other route of going to a lower end used car lot. God bless you too. God bless you. I appreciate you. Yeah, some of you have had to opt to until your money gets better and allow you to get something that you want opposed to something that will work right now. So you went to a used car dealership, a lower end used car dealership, to purchase something that you didn't necessarily want, but something that you told yourself would work for now until you could get something better. Hey, shout out to you as well. I appreciate you coming up. People, once you do so much damage to your humanity, to your physical being, all of society will look at you in a similar fashion. You'll get treated like something that somebody wished they could have did better than. It's all the same. The market is all the same, just different products. You can do so much damage to yourself that people resort to treating you like something that they can deal with for now until what they want comes along, right? You get treated like something that's being utilized until the person who's dealing with you comes up on something that they would actually rather have, right? Which is why a lot of you have so much bad things to say about men, because you're literally getting treated like your current value based on the damage that you've done to yourself throughout your life, the decisions that you've made, right? A lot of you have been cheated on. In a lot of instances, is because the person who cheated on you didn't see enough value in you to care about losing you. Yeah, I know this show is harsh. Oh, you know what? Let's take care of that. Turbulence, people. A lot of you got cheated on because the person who cheated on you didn't see enough value in you to care about whether or not he lost you. Now, on the flip side, there are some of you who were cheated on because you could have been valuable, and we know most of you would like to throw yourselves in that category, but your problem came when you chose a man. God damn, they lighting it up over here. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Get rid of this. Your problem came when you chose a man who was so broken that no matter how valuable the woman, him and all of his dysfunction would have cheated on pretty much anybody. Either way you look at it, though, you're still responsible. Because for one, if you even chose a man like that, let me get up here. If you even chose a man like that, it means you have some similar breakage and some similar value deficiencies inside of you that he does. And you know it, or you wouldn't have allowed that man to be with, you wouldn't have allowed yourself to be with that individual for such a long time. So to be honest, you two are neck to neck. You're kind of neck to neck. It's astonishing to me that those of you who have done so much damage to yourself, you know that it's over for you. You know that it's over for you.
Dead man! Dead man walking!
Yet, you are so arrogant and full of pride that you won't just join us, people like me who you say hate women. You won't join us in giving these young girls the details of the levels of damage that living your life caused you to have to experience later on. You won't tell the truth. You're too arrogant to start your own channel or even come up here sometime or some of the other various shows and tell these girls that the moves that you made prompted all of the good men to bypass you later on in life. Shout out to Barbados, up Mr. Barbados in this situation. You know what it is. You're too arrogant and too prideful to be honest and tell these girls who could be saved that you see a lot of the old you in them, and that moving like that did significant levels of damage to you in your later years, leaving you only options of men who just want to have sex with. And even that, the more that you do that, the multiple sex, it breaks you ladies as human beings. We've been telling you this for the longest, which is why so many of you can't even get sprung off good D anymore, because you've had too much. Your body has been abused. So when it does come time for you to get married, you're not even good for that husband. Instead of being honest and telling these young girls the truth, you prefer to join flocks of women who are on the self-pity party and blame men for the damage that you all did to your lives. That's what those channels like Cynthia G and other people like that are for. Get on those channels instead of keep it real. You get on those channels and decide to become man haters. People, do you know how screwed up it would be for me as a man to go on social media blaming my life outcomes on the women I've dated? I hope that sounds as that vision in your heads. I hope you can translate it over into your life. That's how crazy it does sound. Here's an example of how much more humble men are than women. Even after you take half of a man's assets, through a divorce or something like that. Even after you take half of a man's assets because you filed for divorce, because you wanted to see was the grass greener on the other side, you still don't see men gathered up in groups on TikTok pages crying online about, it's because of a woman I'm where I'm at. We don't do it. We rebuild. And therefore, we don't leave any room for there to be anything for us to blame on someone else. Because we don't really accept failure. We rebuild. The things that it has taken us decades to establish, when you take half of it, we set out on a journey to go establish it back. We rebuild and we get it together, even after you take half of what it has taken us half of our lives to establish. And I'm saying that because I want you to see how crazy it sounds that you guys are online blaming men because you was a hoe. How do men get the blame for that? Jeez. There's a reason that this is the hottest show online. Turbulence, people. Right? How do you guys gather the audacity to blame men for the things you're experiencing now? Causes us to look at you like you're stupid. When the truth of the matter is, it's not men who are to blame. It's a lot of your mothers. And it's a lot of you, because you're doing it too. You're doing it too. This is what you're doing to these boys. This is what you're doing to these girls. You low down scud bucket, sewer dweller. This little girl seems like she has the propensity to grow up being a soft and sweet woman, right? But here's this black jigaboo coming to put an end to all of that. Let me show you how to really throw all of that femininity out of you. Swing, ho! Swing, ho! We gonna eat. Swing, ho! Right? You are the absolute lowest of the things that lie up under sewer lids. I said it. Don't regret it. Turbulence, people. How to show online, people. Listen, we're about to rock up out of here. She's actually turning this little girl into something that seems like it could be contrary to the path that the little girl is headed on. She's got a cute smile. She resembles a cute baby. She doesn't resemble any of these booger monkeys that we typically see sliding their claws out from under sewer lids on social media, right? But here goes this black wench. Oh, I got something that can fix all that femininity you trying to dispense. Let mama show you how to be a real hoe. Huh. Okie dokie. I'm curious to know how well that kid knows her times tables, her additions, those things, the fundamentals. We all know that it took some time for her to be taught this dance, right? But listen, people, I rock with you. How to show online. Look, Miss Chiffon said, I never heard a man speak such truth about women. We try to get results. We're trying to get results. But listen, we up out of here, people. You know what it is. Hottest show online. Rock with us or get rocked over.